Ecco, ladies and gentlemen, this is National Master Laurent Balakis, and let's take a look at Lower Buckscandy Scholastic Chess League. Let's see what happened in the playoffs. Holy Ghost Prep lost to Lower Moreland. Germantown Academy A1 versus New Hope Academy Yardley. Abington Day 1 versus Pensbury, and North Penn lost to Council Rock South. In the semifinals, we're gonna have Council Rock South versus Abington and Lower Moreland versus Germantown Academy. The best of the best, the top 4 from our league. And today we're gonna analyze a game from our best player, the highest rated player in the league. He played for North Penn, Young Chris and Polichuk Max. So Young is like 2270, close to 2300, and Polichuk is high 1900s, so around 1900, but he plays like a 2000 player. So let's see the game. And today we have French defense, knight d2, knight f6, e5, knight d7, and bishop d3. Now, what's the idea of white setup? White wants to put his knight on e2, and he says, I'm going to put this knight on f3. So when black plays c5, white plays c3, knight c6, and you are already pressuring the d4 pawn, white could just play knight d2. Now black captured on d4, breaking the pawn structure. Now it's 2 pawn islands for white, 2 pawn islands for black. And usually black will pressure the base on d4. How will pressure the base on d4? Well, he will play queen b6, and with the queen and with the knight will pressure on d4. So white will play knight f3 and then f6. Now after pawn takes, knight takes, short castle and bishop d6, black has a reasonable position. His bishop is active, and after short castling he has the semi-open file on a file, and is always threatening to sacrifice his rook for the knight to open up the king. So bishop e3 will be a natural move, and black could play queen takes b2, but I do not recommend, because after knight b5 the knight is protected by the bishop, knight attacks the bishop, and the squares are taken away from the queen, and I don't know if black is able to get his queen out. Obviously white has big compensation for the pawn here, and black has to be very careful how he's gonna play here. So this would be one option, or he could play bishop d7 simple, connecting the rooks, and you can always transfer your bishop to h5. So here the bishop is blocked in by the pawn, and from h5 you activate your bet bishop and pinning the knight from f3. White could play a3. This is a typical move, like if you take here, then white can always play knight a4 and trapping the black queen. Bishop e8, and now black is threatening bishop h5. We discussed about this pin before, and now white can play knight g5, saying like, oh, you left the e6 pawn undefended, so now you have to protect the e6 pawn. And when you play bishop d7, I can insert the move h3. Yes, you can insert h6 also, knight f3, bishop e8 back. Now I don't have knight g5 anymore, but when I play b4 and you play bishop h5, I could play g4 because I inserted the h3 move, so I can get rid of this pin. And white, yes, he weakens the king with g4, but he gets rid of this pin and he could keep this bishop passive. Like that's the whole idea here. If white can keep his king safe and he doesn't give any counterplay for black, here it's a playable game for both sides, but I would prefer white here. In the game, black didn't play he didn't play queen b6. He said, I'm gonna play f6 straight. Now what's the difference? The difference is that this queen is on d8. So now when I take on f6, knight takes f6, short castle, bishop d6, the queen is on d8, is not pressuring on d4, and here sometimes the queen could join on the king side with queen h4. Knight f3, short castle, and bishop f4. White said, oh, this is a good bishop and this is a bad bishop. So I will trade your good bishop and then you will have the bad bishop. So from strategical point of view, white played correctly here, very consistent. And now it's black turn to prove something, that what you're gonna do with this bishop. Of course, you have 3 pawn islands. You have 1, 2, and 3. They say the more pawn islands you have, the weaker you are. But here, black has some activity. With knight e4, he's gaining a tempo. He's attacking the f4 knight with the rook and using the semi-open file. White played knight d2. And now it came a very interesting move. Rook takes f3 in the game. Now, I looked into it. What if I just play again bishop d7, connecting the heavy pieces in the back rank and playing bishop for the same idea, bishop e8, bishop h5. Rook c1, rook c8, natural moves. Rooks belongs to open files, activating the rooks. And now rook e1. Instead of rook c8, black also has bishop e8, knight e5, and if you take on e5 and I take, now you don't, white always has this f3. So if you play queen b6 to stop me from pushing f3, now bishop takes, pawn takes, and queen d4. I protect my b2 pawn and I attack your queen, and I'm ready to take with the knight in case of we trade queens. But black is fine here with after bishop b5. Obviously, if queen takes, pawn takes, and pawn hangs on a2 and the knight hangs on e2. So bishop e8, e8 was interesting. Rook c8 is playable. And now again bishop e8, we've seen this before, and knight g3. Now this knight is very strong and powerful in the center, and white wants to get rid of that knight. And after knight takes g3, pawn takes g3, bishop h5. Yes, you accomplish what you wanted with bishop h5, but here is some crazy tactics. After knight takes d4, this knight is pinned, and we have some discovered attacks here. Bishop takes h7 check. If king takes, now I would like to take here, but my rook hangs. So rook takes c8, and if black has two options here. One is to take simple queen takes c8 and attack my rook, but then knight g5 check, the knight protects the rook, and queen takes h5, and I'm threatening mate. And another options that black has is knight takes f3 in between check, queen takes f3, and now bishop takes f3, rook takes d8, rook takes d8, and pawn takes. Here, yes, black has a passed pawn and he could push it, but the white king is close enough. So d4, king f3, king f1, d3, king e1, and I'm ready to block the pawn, and I'm ready to play rook e7. White would like to block the pawn. Any passed pawns must be blocked. We know that, and then white could just come back with the rook and pick up the pawn. That's another idea. But black could just play for activity, and that's what you have to play for when you play in rook endgames. Your rook has to be active, flexible, open file, and you want to go in a second rank or seventh rank, attack the king, attack the pawns. So here is check, check, and you pick up the pawn. But white is still, I still prefer white, even in this endgame. So even obviously black cannot trade rooks. Let's say I play rook b6, and you hold the rooks on the board, and the queenside pawn majority versus the kingside pawn majority. But this is just actually a good lesson, because after trading off the rooks, centralizing the king, everybody knows that, and then I create my passed pawn. And now if black plays b5, saying, oh, I create a passed pawn, and you have to go there with the king. Yes, I will go there to catch your pawn, but I will create my own protected passed pawn. So this is a big lesson for those of you that you don't know the power of protected passed pawn. I just sit here, you have to babysit my pawn, you have to watch the queen in square, and I pick up, with the king I pick up your passed pawn, and then I just come with the king, and I will pick up the f5 pawn, and I'm gonna win the endgame with 2 pawns. So for example, king here, I just take, and then I just come and pick up your second pawn. Easy win with two passed pawns. Now coming back to the game, white played knight d2 and black captured on f3. This was very interesting rook sacrifice, exchange sacrifice, and now black is saying that white king is open, you have double pawns, and after knight g5 I have some attack on the king. So f3 square is a critical square here, and the knights are very, very dangerous here. So king h1 was a really, really good move. And now you don't take on f3 with check, you don't have knight h3, the other knight cannot come d4 and f3 with check, there's no queen g5 check, so the king is super safe on h1. In case I can use the g1 square for my knight or for my rook. Now here black went wrong. I think here was the key moment of the game after knight takes f3. It was interesting to play e5 to open up the bishop. I think this was an interesting move, and only after pawn takes he would take here on f3. What's the difference? The difference is after bishop takes h7, king h8, not taking, right? Because white wants to play queen d3. I could play knight g1, yes, like in the game, but now after knight c to d4 and knight takes f3, I have this move bishop g4, which in the game you didn't have, black didn't have. Now white has an interesting queen sacrifice after knight takes d4, bishop takes d1, rook takes d1, king takes h7 and f4, and I have a rook and a knight, and I have this e pawn also, and I analyzed a little bit after queen b6, rook c8, e6. I just hold the second rank with the rooks, and I will move my king up to g3. Now you can't take the e6 pawn because knight g5, and king g2 and king g3. Now the king is safer on g3 than it was on h1, and if you push the pawn, I can pick up the pawn. So yeah, black is a little bit, is better because he has a queen against rook and a knight, and this e6 pawn is really dangerous now, but it's very hard to make progress on either side. I think it was an interesting option instead of what black played, knight takes f3. After knight takes f3, bishop takes h7, king h8, white played this excellent move, knight g1, and now black is just lost. Yes, you could take on d4, and you could try to take with the other knight, but now you don't have bishop g4 anymore. Your bishop is blocked in by your pawn, your rook is blocked in by your bishop, so the black pieces are passive. And you could go down in this endgame with an exchange, but I don't see black surviving here, because now white is the one attacking the king, and it's very easy to play on the white side. Another option was to capture on h2 with the knight, but then queen h5. So yeah, you can try knight g4, take, knight f3, queen h5 again. This is always a problem here for black, because the king is just way too exposed. It's too weak. There's no pieces protecting, no post protecting. So black captured on d4, natural looking move, but after queen h5, the black king is way weaker than the white king. And after queen f6, bishop d3 check, queen e8, queen f8, bishop h7, and black resigned. It was a absolutely beautiful game. We wish we will see more games like this, very high level, and I hope you guys enjoyed the game, and I wish you guys good luck in the playoffs.